Hello. Just a very short video today because it's a work day and I've got a lot to do. Um, not just teaching. Some people assume that what we do when we work as uni lecturers or academics is just giving classes. But a lot of what sits outside of that is administration and also trying to advance in our research, both in terms of the stuff that we're researching and also research collaborations and capacity building and all that kind of thing, applying for grants. Um, that doesn't leave much time because we do a lot of kind of secretarial work related to units of study and also the different roles that we have, whether that be at a school level or faculty. Yeah, I'm still waiting on word as to whether I got a travel grant. I'm not sure if I will, so I might not be traveling that soon to the United States. But other stuff needs to go along full steam ahead, and some of that is capacity building, research collaborations and capacity building, seeing if we can find points in common with other people, even across faculties. And I'm trying to do a little bit of that. Broadly speaking, I guess like some of my work is in the sociology of health, and especially around, to use the technical phrase, non-communicable chronic disease, and in this case, diabetes. People who are migrants and live with diabetes. So I tend to have a very gendered perspective on these things because within my research, at least with Latin American origin men and women, the question of the gendering of care is something that comes up. And with men, the sort of attenuation of their ability to care can sometimes, for themselves, or maybe even for their partners, can sometimes be connected to their very gendered notions of what care is, what care involves, their own challenges to their self-concept, and so on. And so, of course, this is not particular to migrants. It happens for people who are non-migrants as well, like women, especially spouses and partners, taking up the slack of the care that's required for diabetes management, which is a bit of a misnomer because in public health they call it diabetes self-management, and it's never just a simple case of an individual looking after their diabetes. When it comes to migrant contexts, some interesting extra layers are on top of that, and pressures as well as different concepts about, masculinity and people's roles in a family environment, and adaptations to self-concept as well. So in particular, men can have a very strong work ethic and work ethos and idea about their work identity, their role as providers, for example, which may be diminished as well by their diabetes. But there's also the additional thing of like questions of attenuation of libido and their sense of sexual prowess, which also maps onto the sense of a diminishment of themselves as men. Not across the board, but it does get raised. So I'm trying to look at this as a grant proposal to see how men can take up new forms of care in their self-management. As I said, it's a bit of a misnomer, but also in their relations with their spouses, whether they be women or partners or other men. This is part of my own experience as well, I have to say. It's derived from my own experiences being someone involved in the care of a significant other who also is of migration experience or migrant experience. So yeah, I'm hoping to help steer a number of activities this semester under our group, Sydney University Research Community for Latin America, SURCLA, for its siglas, for its initials in Spanish. So stay tuned. As usual, I'm busy. There's a lot to do. So I'm looking at the horizons with nuevos brillos, with new energy, to get some stuff done, some unexpected maybe collaborations, watch this space, as well as talks and so on.